How you doing today, chat? Talk to me. How you feeling? W's in the chat. Another W daily stream. W daily stream. What, 8 days in a row this year? And even before that, I'm not missing any days. Type a G if you went to the gym. Type a G if you went to the gym today. I've been going every single day. I've been beating the shit out of my body. No, wait, what?
Bomboka!
You know when you start going consistent in the gym again and your entire body is sore? Okay, I'm just banning the fucking losers, bro. Let's not talk about losers today. And can we before we start, there's serious things to talk about. G, look at all the G's in the chat. L gym on Sundays, come on. God will forgive you. God will forgive you. Jesus, sex is everywhere, but loyalty, commitment, and support. Okay, whatever, bro. So I want to talk about Andrew Tate was in the hospital today. Did you guys hear about that? I have an update from the inside. I don't have much to talk about, but I do have an update. And yeah, you want me to read it? I could read some stuff I got. But did you guys hear what happened? So apparently, I mean, obviously, Andrew is still in jail for the next 20-something days, 22 days. And today he was brought to the hospital. And we're not really sure why. But just a reminder to everybody watching this, I don't know how many people are in this right now. We all know Andrew and Tristan Tate would never kill themselves. They would never commit suicide. I think that's extremely obvious if you pay attention to anything that they talk about. I know them personally. They would never kill themselves. But it's still alarming to see responses from the bots, from the liberals, the brainwashed woke people. Even some of them, I was just reading Twitter and they were going back and forth. Actually, if he did something, it wouldn't surprise me. He seems like extremely depressed. And even Destiny, one of the first debates I had with him when I moved to Miami was like, there's no way Andrew Tate can fall asleep at night. The Soy Boys, even though Destiny's my friend, the Soy Boys, because the worldview of the red pill and everything that Tate stands for and that I stand for is so different from their worldview, they need to cope and insist to themselves that Andrew and Tristan are men that want to follow their masculine imperative, people who believe in God, people who don't believe in the matrix, people who don't buy into the system, people who don't follow what the governments and the elites want them to believe in. They need to make up this narrative that we're depressed. That we would, bro, people who believe in this, and if you follow God, it's just disrespectful to God, to your family. It goes against your entire philosophy to commit suicide. So starting off the bat, Andrew and Tristan Tate would never commit suicide. We all know this. Type a 1 if you agree with this. Okay, and I don't want to like start off the stream with some bad news, or because that didn't happen, obviously, but I'm just saying that that's the next step. So what you're going to start hearing is the Soy Boys and the brainwashed bots are going to start creating a narrative. Like if he does stay in the hospital, they're going to try to insist that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, like, oh, well, actually, all along, they can't sleep at night because they womanize and they supercars. They're so meh, meh. You're not actually that rich. Meh, meh, meh. You think you're cool with your Bugatti? Look at everybody in the chat right now. Starve your distractions, feed your focus. Exactly, Jesus. Shuttlesworth. That's his account name. Not actually Jesus.
Allahu Akbar!
So, yeah, I want to read the update, but there's just a couple. So everybody in here, like you see everybody in the chat now that understands the truth, but there's a lot of people that don't. And if I could ask you guys a favor, what's really important right now is to keep saying positive things. Of course, keep them in your prayer because like Andrew Tate has been brought to the hospital. But what is really important is to continue saying positive things on social media about them, because, and this is my own analysis, but public discourse is extremely important for cases like this, especially when they don't have any evidence and they're locked up in prison right now for 30 days while they just investigate or whatever. What they're doing is if the narrative switches and the Soy Boys win, and then everybody's celebrating it, and then they see that nobody's fighting for Andrew and Tristan, then they'll be locked up easily. But if they know that a lot of people are going to be upset, and they know that if they do something terrible to them, that a lot of young men would not take it lightly, and they know that there's people out there that genuinely care, and they see that Andrew and Tristan have had a positive effect on the world, and they see that their message has been a net positive, as it has been for me, then I think that this could help. So I'm asking a favor: continue to say positive things. Avoid the brainwashing. Don't fall into the programming. Don't let the distractions lead your way of thinking, and continue to say positive things. If he had a positive effect on you, personally, the biggest positive effect that Andrew and Tristan had on me was solidifying that depression isn't real, solidifying that therapy isn't necessary, that medication isn't necessary. I'm not mentally ill because they said I have ADHD. I don't need to take serotonin and SSRIs. The net positive was saying exactly what I thought, but everybody was trying to say that I was crazy for. And it's been more difficult than ever in this game. Like, obviously social media is easy, but the amount of pressure from different angles, the amount of people who are trying to bring me down on a regular basis. Like, and now, Chad, I'm telling you, Ethan Decline, we're going to react to him attacking Aiden. Aiden Ross, shout out to him. He's base, and he has a great platform. And I shout out to him for spreading the good message about them. Ethan Decline is trying to say negative things about Aiden Ross, and also he's trying to paint me as a violent misogynist. They're trying to do the same tactics. They've made fake news is calling me racist, and now the next step is calling me a violent misogynist. So this is real. This is real. There's been the most amount of pressure ever, but the message from the Tates has given me enough mental strength in the past few months that it isn't phasing me. And I'm still going to stream every single day on Rumble. Rumble in 2023, Wumble in the chat. I'm not stopping. 8 p.m. every single day, Eastern time, rumble.com/Sneako. I'm because this is my family now. You guys, even all the schizos, all the autistic people, all the incels, all the weirdos, all the haters that come in to watch every day, all the soy boys who are trying to clip something up for their documentary, you guys are the family. So and look, not to victimize myself, but a lot of people would not be able to hold the pressure of the cancellation that's happened. You know, they took away Google. I'm still suing Google for freezing 200,000 of my dollars. They took away my YouTube channel and pretty much wiped away a big portion of my history. You know, YouTube, before they banned me, was like a diary. It was an open diary where I was showing my growth in my whole life since I was 13, 14 years old, and they wiped all of it. Not only that, but big tech agreed with them, and I was wiped on Twitch for the same reason. So there's been a lot of different pressure getting the amount of hate, but I am proof that following your masculine imperative and becoming self-governing and becoming stronger mentally can beat the slave mind that they try to indoctrinate you with. That you don't need to listen to the elites. You don't need to listen to people who want to tell you what to do. If they don't have good motivations for it, there's no need and there's no reason to believe these people. Why would the people who are trying to keep you as a product for themselves, because if it's free, you're the product. They want all of your time. They want you to be constantly in debt. They want all of your wealth. They want everything. So there's no reason to follow their rules. Of course, you need to be a good person, but what's better to follow is God, is follow the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. Follow something with morality, because there's no morality in this game, in the game of life. The people that have the most amount of wealth and money and have all the influence and who are able to pull strings and arrest people when they want to, or completely wipe you off of platforms, they don't care about you. And I am proof that strengthening your mind and being able to see the brainwashing for what it is one of the most beneficial things for young men nowadays. So I want to be an example of that, of how the Tate effect has made me become more stoic, made me more aware, has helped me mature. It's also helped me become richer than I've ever. I started 2022 broke and I ended it as a millionaire. I am a testament to the fact that they have had a positive effect on not just the world, but especially young men. And Chad, everybody in here, remember this when they keep trying to lie on their name, is that they've had a positive effect, and we need to keep saying that. So that's the favor I'm asking you. Let me see what I want to read what the update that I got from the inside. He said, "Hi, bro. Request from Team Tate. Can you make sure the Matrix understand that the world cares about Tate's health as loudly as possible?" Of course. So they're watching. I don't know how many people are in here right now, but type of one, if you are saying a prayer, if you're keeping Andrew Tate in your prayers. Obviously, I don't know what the health problem is, but obviously I consider him a personal friend. But people in here, there's a giant overlap in people in here. Even if you disagree with the stuff he's talking about, you shouldn't wish the downfall. Like the amount of people who are quick to jump on the bandwagon. It's the same thing when Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, passed away. All of Twitter, back when it was woke and Elon Musk wasn't running it. Look at all the ones, Romanian government. Look at all the people that are praying for him. And there's power in that. These people genuinely care and are wishing the best for Andrew Tate. And then they said, can't say too much because the lawyers haven't cleared it up, but here's the update. We don't know specifics. They won't tell us. And I'm pretty sure even a lot of the closest people to the Tate team don't know why he's in the hospital. The local media doesn't know specifics either. They weren't given the full picture. And any claims you hear in the media about why Andrew Tate is in the hospital are all speculation. We don't know. It's just the government and Andrew right now, which is important to say a prayer if you care. And then he says, to take Tate to a hospital shows a certain level of severity. Otherwise, they would just get the prison doctor to check him or bring an external doctor to his cell. Actually, taking him outside of the prison into a hospital means some kind of specialist treatment was needed. And even the judge specifically said there's a risk of public discontent if Tate is released. That's a direct quote. And so to fight that, that's a quote from the judge, is they are very aware of public discourse. This is the same reason why the U.S. government didn't choose to lock up a lot of the BLM supporters, even though they were rioting and burning the city and stealing, burning down police departments, lighting cars on fire. They chose to just be like, whatever. They didn't get in any trouble. I know so many people personally who went to the BLM riots, stole tens of thousands of dollars of Gucci bags and burned down stuff and then smashed glass with baseball bats. That happened a little over 2 years ago, and they didn't get convicted, any of them. They all just got bailed out by like Chrissy Teigen and famous celebrities. Why is that? It's because they were aware of the public perception. If in that time, in that amount of outrage, if they had prosecuted all these people, it would have been worse. You know what would have happened? All the BLM people, they would have burned more cars. They would have lit more buildings on fire. They would have stolen from more stores. So instead of prosecuting them, instead of encouraging more outrage, because look, if you can get a whole country to go on fire because of one George Floyd death, an armed burglar who was on fentanyl, that's a fact. If you can get a whole nation all together burning the country in real time because of one person, then imagine if they started prosecuting these people. So my point is, they genuinely look at the public perception of criminals And it does influence the decision that happens. So you saying positive things will have an effect. And then there's other stuff I can't say. And right now, the authorities are saying it's confidential info. I don't know why it's confidential. I mean, we could speculate, you know, but there must be a reason why he was brought there. Otherwise, they would have brought a doctor right to the cell. Of course, the conspiracy theorists are going to start making guesses. Maybe they're questioning him. Maybe I don't even want to speculate because there's no point. There's no point.